gracious in the rain, Nicholas.
Long ago in a bewitched land, very far away, two foolish soldiers made the mistake of deciding to take an unauthorized holiday from their very strict commander.
I want them back in one piece after them! Let this be a lesson to anyone who shirks his duties. When I find them, I'll throw the book at them. I order you to bring those three back for trial.
Yes, sir! Come on! All right, be thorough, men! They're around here somewhere. They won't get away from us!
If we're going to escape, Caleb, we'd better do it now.
Follow me. A drummer boy with an uncommonly good sense of direction accompanied them, because the two soldiers had forced him into their service by threatening to beat him.
Wait for me! I can't keep up with you!
Remind me never to count on another drummer boy when we're planning a getaway.
Stay up with us or we'll keep our promise to beat you.
I can't keep up! I'm dog-tired!
Don't be too hard on him, Caleb. He's the only one who knows the way back to the village.
But young Nicholas became so tired and rattled that he forgot which way was which, and soon the three were hopelessly lost in the bewitched forest.
We can't even look for food until morning.
We'll most likely be frozen stiff by then.
And why should I suffer with you two? You bullied me into this, Caleb.
You'd better watch your mouth, Nicholas.
You two are losers. I'd be better off to cast my lot with the demon Beelzebub.
Hey!
You moron, don't you dare mention that name again.
He's right, Nick. In this neck of the woods, you don't go tossing that name around casually. I've heard many legends about people who spoke that word. If Beelzebub hears you, he just might appear and take you someplace that you won't like very much.
You don't frighten me. Even that's better than being beaten and made to read maps for my friends Caleb and Ichabod. I swear I'd rather take my chances with him than with you boneheads. If Beelzebub appears, maybe he'll give me something to eat.
Stop talking about him. I may be a bonehead, but I know better. You don't hear me calling his name.
He's right, Nicholas. If the demon pops up because you kept talking about him, I'm going to be very put out and might never take you camping again.
You want another beating?
See, I'm just a prisoner between one devil and another.
Did someone call me?
Oh, no!
I hate having to repeat myself.
Don't look at me. It was this idiot that said Beelzebub.
We warned you not to say that word.
It makes no difference to me which of you fools uttered the name Beelzebub. But after coming all this way, I wouldn't dream of breaking up a set. A little traveling music.
And so the gargoyle transported the three hapless conscripts into the realm of their most fearsome nightmares.
You'll be completely safe from your commander here.
What sort of an awful place is this?
The very place you wanted. A place free from guard duty and KP. A place to gather with old friends. In fact, here you are free of responsibility of every sort. Of course, there are certain limitations, as you will learn.
Nicky, ooh, take me home.
Now, boys, calm down.
Here's a fine mess you've got us into with your big mouth, Nicholas.
He's right, it's your fault.
That's it, boys. I'll bet all your mothers are proud as they can be that their babes are so brave.
Wow, so nice to see you again. You've made some new friends, I see. The High Dudgeon will be very pleased.
I certainly hope so.
Please spare us.
Castaway! So, my large blue friend, have you been well?
Quite well,
How are
thank
things
you.
above? Do bring me up to date. I must say you appear to have performed admirably. They put up a powerful protest at your gracious invitation, I assume?
Those three, that lot couldn't protest induction into a blue blood society column. Better than coming back empty-handed, though. I knew I had them when that little bitty wart called out my name. He's small, but I'm certain he can take someone's place on the rock pile. Take a look at them. After a while, they wear out, and we need to replace them. You'd think they'd be happy. They have job security and don't have to pay taxes, but there's just no pleasing some people.
Oh, please, sir, we haven't done anything to deserve such punishment. Send us back to where you found us.
I can't do that. You three are my ticket back into the good graces of the High Dudgeon, and sending you back would violate the mortal contract.
Mortal contract?
Yes, the mortal contract you entered when you mentioned my name. Only by answering all of my riddles may you escape. Be prepared to have some fun.
Merciful heavens, protect us!
Stop that! Nobody gets away with playing on my boat. Prepare yourself to remember some riddles.
Would you repeat that? About answering riddles being our means to escape?
Quiet! You heard me the first time.
Just clarify a bit, would you?
Don't bother your head about it. The possibility of your solving any riddle I pose for you is more than remote, so you might as well forget it.
But suppose we did.
If indeed that were to happen, you persistent little wretch, you would be returned from whence you came. That is the custom.
Good luck, boys.
The boat carried the band of travelers to the palace of the High Dudgeon, where the gargoyle was warmly greeted by some of his old associates.
Well, if you don't look like something the cat dragged in, remember the price of admission, Gargi, or has it been too long?
You don't seriously expect the High Dudgeon to accept those sorry creatures as tribute, do you?
You let me worry about that.
You have a lot riding on this round, Gargi.
Perhaps you haven't heard the results of the most recent council meeting. You have to make it this time, or that's the end of your apprenticeship. And you know what that means, old friend. School is out for good.
My last chance to join the council.
And if you fail this time, you will be banished. On your knees, you nitwits.
Yes, I get you. What is your wish?
Meet me at once in the throne room and wipe your feet.
I obey, great High Dudgeon. Try not to get lost in this one room.
You'll get a lawyer if you keep this up.
You had better let me out of here right this minute. Do you want to pound him?
I certainly will pound him.
Oh, cut it out!
Hey, you!
Where do you think you're going? We're prisoners in a dungeon, in case you didn't notice. And our jailer goes by the name of Beelzebub.
You brought this upon all of us because you failed to heed the legends.
I admit I'm to blame, but what do you want me to do about it? I can't get us out of here.
You'd better think of something.
Now, once and for all, I'm going to see that you never speak that name again.
Ah, hey, let go!
Ichabod, stuff his mouth.
There we were, nicely on our way, and you had to go and call up Beelzebub.
I admitted my error. What more do you want?
You've got no place to run.
You better stay away from me. I'm warning you.
Nicholas! You get back in here!
Open up this door and come back here. Come on, kid. I was just joking about stuffing something in your mouth. Come back.
Come back,
Get yourself
Nicholas!
back
We
in
wouldn't
here
really
before I
harm
get
you,
really
honest!
mad.
Hey!
Dreadfully sorry to have been so long away, O great mutated one.
I'm not the least bit interested in your excuses, you ridiculous specimen of a spectre. I need workers on the rock pile.
As I am well aware, so it may please your grace, I have brought 3 courageous candidates.
Hello? Anybody out there? Ichabod, I'm scared.
There must be some way we can get back to camp.
There had better be. This isn't exactly what I had in mind for a little weekend away from the captain. Let's leave Nicholas here.
Let him find his own way out.
You remain a mere apprentice because your candidates always manage to solve your riddles.
I'm a disappointment, it's true.
Look at me when I speak to you, Beelzebub, and make an effort to understand the seriousness of your situation. I take it you have been made aware of the importance of this mission. Your very survival is at stake.
Yes, I heard that happy news.
I shall give you one more chance to... Wait a moment. What's that smell? Smells like human beings. Have we an uninvited guest in our midst?
I see no one.
It's coming from you! Ugh! The revolting fragrance has permeated your fur. Did you forget to use cologne before entering the throne room?
1,000 pardons, great annoyed one.
Oh, never mind that. I want to hear this new riddle you've dreamed up.
Yes, sir. I pound it and stretch it and roll it into balls, burn it in a metal box, and then pop it in my mouth and gobble it up. What is it?
That was moronic! It's bread! Oh, I might as well teach riddles to a rock!
Still, it was better than some I thought up, wasn't it?
Better than some isn't saying very much.
I'm really trying.
Your riddles are so simple and obvious that you cause me endless embarrassment and a horrible humiliation! I'm fed up with being laughed at by the angels!
I'll think up a good one, I promise.
To create a winning riddle, you must understand human nature. Remember that they're selfish, lazy, mean, rude, and funny-looking. Their most useful trait is greed. Think up a riddle based on greed and you'll have them where you want them. Now pay attention and I'll give you another lesson. You can make a complicated riddle from almost anything you have around the house. For example, what is this?
'Tis but a common leaf. How can I fool them with nothing but a leaf?
You can and must see this leaf through the greedy eyes of a human being. Use your imagination. Now you begin to understand?
Will this coin work in the candy machine in the apprentice's lounge?
To make certain your candidates do not escape, you must attack their human frailties.
Sire, I pledge to apply this lesson diligently. I give you my solemn promise.
Fine. Now fail me not or you'll be banished.
Your grace.
Our human frailties could be our downfall.
I have a wonderful plan. They'll see. They can't keep me off the Council of Spectres. High Dudgeon, High Curmudgeon, I'll show him a thing or two. I'm bad, so very bad. I'm glad that I'm a demon. My enigmatic riddles will leave my captors screaming. Just another little ounce will assure me a seat on the council. There we are. Simply lovely. Now where should I begin? Out of this one, I'll make a smelly goat pelt. Good. And for my next trick, a billy goat. You look like my uncle. I've only got one more to make.
Huh? I must see what he's making.
What? We need a better class of mice in this dungeon. Perhaps I'll feed these to my new visitors. The fools! I really hate it when people show contempt for my humble hospitality in this manner. Let's call them back.
Beelzebub played his pipe, just as he had played thousands of times before, and the angry spirit reached across time and space to carry Caleb and Ichabod back to their cell.
Why so eager to leave, my brave little soldiers? The real fun has yet to begin. But like the true muttonheads you are, you didn't even try the door. A gentle push opens it, as you see. You were free to go. But now your freedom depends on this, you harebrained ninnies. The time has come for you to play my little game. Don't you want to compete for fabulous prizes and maybe gain your freedom?
Yes, please let us play.
Let's move on to round one of the competition. Bob, what's the first prize up for bid? Well, Chuck, it's this beautiful piece of imported material. Famous round the world for its luxuriant qualities. Name this fabric and you get to keep it and move a step closer to your release.
That's a piece of perfect silk.
That's right. Could you not tell from the aroma that this is definitely not silk?
That stuff stinks.
The High Dudgeon was right. The two of you are so blinded by human greed and selfishness you cannot even see what is in front of you. This may be your shroud. Well, that certainly was an exciting first round. Bob, why not tell our contestants about another fabulous prize? Our next item? Tell the folks about it, Bob. Well, Chuck, this beautiful animal can be your champion. Name it and claim it.
That's a very handsome creature.
A horse like that could win the steeplechase.
Perhaps he could, but his goat horns disqualify him. What's the score, Bob? So far, you two boneheads have answered both of my riddles wrong. And that means we enter the penalty phase of our game. Go fetch!
gargoyle Beelzebub was intent on his purpose to assure himself of a coveted seat on the Council of Spectres, and at the same time provide the high dudgeon with workers. Moreover, he would force the two foolish soldiers to pay for their cowardice and greediness with their souls.
I told you in the beginning there were limitations.
What? That could be the control.
Who's that?
It is I, Nicholas, and I've come to rescue my friends from your clutches.
Am I glad to see you?
Good. Come join the game. Tell me, how do you plan to effect their release?
Let me try to answer your riddles, Gargoyle.
Identify this item and it's yours, little brat.
Let me see.
Name it right, please.
Now, Nick!
Well, I'm waiting. Isn't it obvious?
The boy concentrated and remembered the gargoyle in his workshop.
That's not a piece of silk. It is but the smelly old pelt of a goat.
Yes, that is correct.
All right, one for our team.
Since you seem so very clever, next name this item.
It appears to be a stallion, but in truth it is nothing more nor less than a common billy goat.
This can't be happening! Not to me! If you're so ingenious, little boy, I have another.
Wait, you told us that we'd be returned to the surface if we answered any of your riddles.
Do not trouble me with such details. Answer me one more, then you shall have your freedom.
That's easy.
A pure gold goblet.
So it would seem. Give me your answer, boy.
No, it can't be a golden goblet. Let me think
Tell
about it.
me. We'll see if you return to Earth or remain here with me. This is the moment.
The boy knew this was the one item he had not seen in the gargoyle's workshop, so he prayed for divine guidance.
Quickly, time is wasting.
Oh, angels in heaven, guide me.
Nicholas prayed, and the angels recognized his young innocence. Because his spirit was generous and good, gentle and forgiving of his fellows, the angels took pity on him and showed him the true nature of the golden chalice.
All right, I'm ready.
So am I.
You're positive?
I am. Speak to me and tell me what you see, child, and be mine.
That is the cup of death made from the horn of the ram.
Instantly, the three soldiers were spirited out of the nightmare realm of specters and ghouls. And true to the contract, as their reward for having answered the gargoyle's riddles, they were delivered alive to the surface of the earth.
Hey, we're back in the forest.
What a beautiful sight.
I'm still in one piece, I think.
Maybe we just had a nightmare.
Could be. There's not a creature alive who would invent such a game.
Not in a million years.
So the three were home again, but they weren't quite out of the woods.
There they are! We must not let them escape, man!
Maybe.
Right.
You won't get away this time!
Get me out of here!
Not another peep out of you, Nicholas.